Messing around on the camera. Love having you guys here. All right, we're going to go over the stocks with the stimulus, right? We have the stimulus that was approved as far as Trump. However, is still the revote today on whether it's going to be $600 or $200. Excuse me, $2,000, $200. What would that do, right? That wouldn't even buy any groceries. So let me pull up the chat up here so I can see you guys. Hey, Bad Scientists, how are you doing? Hope you're having an amazing day. And let me get the stock charts over here. And we're going to look at the SPY. You got your 200, almost 200. Did we hit 200 today for you, Bat Scientists? Oh, 201. Did you lock the profits right in my channel? We're going to start off with the IWM for you right there. You see it? Look, I hope you took profits. We were up at the upper edge of that channel. So I hope you took profits right there. Hey, Asif, how are you guys doing? So Bad Scientist was messaging me on Twitter. He had 200 calls. There you go. He is an awesome options trader. I went back and we have been in contact since 2016 when I first started out. The world of traders is very small. So, hey Mark, how's it going? You very quickly learn who's quality in the trading world, especially, yeah, we're going to definitely look at Tesla. I have that on my list today as well. Let's look at the SPY, because I touched on this yesterday. We were talking about if the stimulus goes through, are we going to break up above? Well, right now we have this box, right? We have this big box. If we close above 372, there's a good chance we could surge higher. Now, what do we see going on with the volume? Is that volume looking like a lot of people want to buy it up here at this price? I don't think so. That volume to me is dropping. Now, we could have bigger volume coming in later today. Monday tends to be somewhat of a positioning day, in my opinion. So definitely keeping all of that on watch. We have not really been able to hold above 372. 1, 2, 3, 4 tests of 372. If we close above 372, there's a good chance of this really moving to the upside. 378 maybe up here. 378, let's see, January 7th. Where could we be? We'll put a target 375 if we break above and we close above by the end of the week. Yeah, oh, thanks, Fat Scientist. Yeah, and if you guys have been trying to capitalize on the 30% off deal on my watch list, working on my website as well, Fat Scientist, did you see my cool hat? Let's go here. Let's go to the profile. Over here, the awesome new hat that I made. Hey, Arky. Dun, da, da, da. Check it out. Look at the cool hat. Carpe Profit. Seize those profits. If Bad Scientist didn't do that today, he would not have locked that $600 profit, $1,600 profit. So be aggressive, especially with options. Now let's look at the Qs as well. Are you going to market the hats? Yeah, and you know what, Mark? They are available on my website. Actually, if you go right here, you click through, will take you right to my website. Yeah, I have ordered mine. It's due in the first or second week of January. So I'll be sporting it. When I have a bad hair day, I'll be sporting it for my live streams. Yeah, right? Carpe diem? No, we're traders. Carpe profit. All right. So Qs breaking out, right? We are coming up here. Yeah, I love it, right? Let's turn these off so we don't distract other people, right? We are breaking out right now, all-time highs for the Qs, not to be left in the dust. We do have the top 10% holder up over 3%. Apple today, potential to head on up to that 140 mark on this is our 15-minute chart over here. We would need to really break that 136.50 level. But we could be heading up to all-time highs. 137.98 is the 52-week high for Apple over here. So we had a big inverted head and shoulders, big consolidation here, surge to the upside, lots of dark pool prints on that one as well. And again, the Russell looking at this upward channel. Hey, this could very easily come back down to 197, still in that upward motion right here. And the Dow Jones 30, top 30, again, we're at the top of that box. Very suspect when I see that we're not going to be able to hold above 303. This could be in Wyckoff methodology this spring to potentially take it down, still keeping it on watch. Those two are really influential in, hey, are we going to correct here going into January? Maybe the really big guys are taking it sideways into the new year, and then boom, they're going to sell everything, take the taxes in the new year, drop it down, buy it back cheaper, and then move it on up to the upside. VXX has finally dropped below 17 over here. However, we're still in this consolidation box as well. So definitely watching that. If we're not able to close below 1660, again, suspect. We'll likely have potentially that rip, like I said, into the end of the year and then dropping in January. Right? Why would these guys, well, if they've been selling up here at the top of the SPY already, they're going to be paying all that capital gains tax, right? So maybe we'll be heading up to 378. We'll keep all that on watch. All right, on the list today, let me pull it up over here. Reading Rainbow. All right, so SPY levels to watch, 372. We're just over that, really need it to move to the upside. Qs, 312. Well, we've got the Qs. Yep, we went up above 312.50, but still a tougher trade. Tesla, we've got it right here. Who was talking about Tesla? Tizu. So we've got Tesla right there. If you guys like the live stream, I forgot to tell you, please hit that like button. Also, subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you don't just get alerted by my tweet, as that's when I go live. I try to tweet it out, and then you'll also get it and you'll know to log in. So Tesla above 675, AQMS, Mara, we touched on AQMS, remember yesterday, I said if we break above 265, likely a move there. Mara as well, the Bitcoin trade, GHIV, a lower float, Plug as well, moving to the upside, and Baba had that short, maybe even coming back down to that 200 level. MNSO as a potential short, Zoom, CVAC, and WB had earnings. So let's check them all out. Those are my levels on that is the watch list that you guys will receive if you subscribe as a member to my watch list on my website. So Tesla, where did we go today? Yep, we hit 675 during the trading hours, actually a little bit higher, up at 681. Let me get rid of my fib levels here. I'm actually going to give it a new target of 710 up there. It doesn't want to allow me to delete it. Gotta love that. And it doesn't want to work. All right, there we go. All right, so 675, did we break it? Yeah, very quickly. For half an hour, we were up above. I gave out my target yesterday up to 695, almost made it there. Not a surprise, we could come back down to 656 and we'll still be in that upward motion. We're really riding that 50 simple moving average on the 15-minute chart. Watching for that break above 675. I'll add an alert on here as well. I didn't have one on. Still in my long from 630. So still liking that. I still think it has potential to move to the upside here. And I'm okay. Even if it comes back down to the bottom of this wedge, still in profit, right? It would have to go all the way back down pretty much to that 20 simple moving average before I would be feeling like I'm exiting the profit. Let's move this anchored VWAP here. And we are still above that 659.72. And that's pretty much where it came down and touched right there. I'm going to delete this one right here. All right. AQMS, talked about this yesterday. What a pre-market run in the day, broke that 265 area, even broke it earlier than that, 275 here, and had a nice surge up to 380. Could have made roughly $1 on it. Did not trade this today. Mara as well had a trade to both directions today. Quick trade to the upside right at open if you would capitalize on that quickly, but then another trade right here roughly. That's not at open. It's pre-market still. I got to make this a little bit darker. Agree with you, Tesla. My price target is 705-ish at the money. I was in at 625, just a small swing trade, only been sitting 1 to 2 weeks so far. Nice job, Tizu. Yeah, I'm actually in the stock on that one. Let me just make this a little bit darker. It won't let me. Under appearance, here we go. Sorry guys, I want to make it a little darker. I'll do that later. So really a better short on Mara today, coming back down, breaking the 1380 level and coming down to the downside. It looks like it's really had a tough time holding above 1380. ACY, you're wondering if someone is controlling it today. Well, we will check it out. GHIV as well had a big run up, and it looks like the sellers might be coming into it. A little bit of a long trade today, and then bringing it back down to that support level of 1360. Really cool to see that it's held today as a support level, and that's just from mapping it out practice, guys. Plug as well had a big surge to the upside. We have a bearish engulfing right now, about to take this out. Could be dropping down further. Maybe it's going to come down to 33.25. Where was the biggest volume today? Down here, roughly at 34.40. If we are not able to hold 34.40, I would watch for a further turn to the downside, potentially down to 33.50 down here. If we are able to close above this candlestick right here at 35, above 35, potential move to the upside. Maybe they were just reloading here. It is a bit of sideways action with a low of 34.50 and high roughly up here of 37.50. BABA as well, pretty flat from close yesterday, however had a bigger drawdown in the pre-market, set up with a double bottom and dropped pre-market down to 215 or during the live trading session, and then came up and went up above as a long trade. So now it looks as if it's moving those, following those moving averages to the upside. Would watch for a secondary test of that 224 level and then continuation up. Would like to see it close above this 425 EMA on the daily chart for that continued move to the upside, but it's in a downward trend. So remember that. This did have the news of the trading fraud in China. MNSO, wow, what a nice short down below 28.25, broke that level and then just shorted it to the downside. This does have 221 million in it, so that was a nice trade. We have a nice reversal candlestick pattern right here, if you don't see that, with the inverted hammer almost right there, but we've got the downward candlestick, buying pressure coming up, and then buyers. If we can close up above 25, potential for this to move on up and test up here at 26.20. Almost bounce off of the 21 EMA on the daily chart over here. Zoom as well, bigger down day, did break down nicely below 369, came on down. Looks as if we have a descending triangle right here, right? Now, if that triangle can break out with some volume, potential move to the upside, we have volume dropping off, so there's not a lot of sellers right now, right? It's the middle of the day, harder time to trade, and we are also hitting a trend line over here. Look at that on the 24-hour chart. Could be potential time to jump on in. That's a lower risk, flatter trend line that we are bouncing off of right here on the daily chart. Hey, we were really extended away from that. Look, 588 all the way down to 293. Nice little discount. Maybe this is your Boxing Day sale for Zoom. Might want to look at that potentially. Actually, it's interesting. I'm gonna watch this and see how tomorrow goes. If we're able to hold this, if we have a secondary test, it drops down and fails, or if it's going to continue to the upside. So definitely on my watch list for tomorrow. CVAC as well, CureVac in relation to the vaccines. I believe they do transportation, maybe production, not sure. It was a bit of sideways action, had a big gap down, opened up here and then dropped down to the downside. Not too much. Again, Mondays can sometimes be positioning days. We also have WB had earnings today. Really nice short trade when it broke that 43.50 level to the downside. So you can see sometimes there are alpha stocks that will go against the trend of the day. The overall market is up today. Let's also check on Amazon and ACY. We'll look at ACY and BSX. Let's add BSX for Mark right there. So I called this out. If you guys have interest in learning about the dark pools and also coming to the training pit, definitely check it out. We had a nice bull flag right here. I called it out in the training pit, or not the training pit, excuse me, in the Java pit this morning, saying, hey guys, check out the bull flag on Amazon. Still in my position. This is really the support area that I've seen, and it did not fail over here. We also have the upward trend line. Did not even come all the way back down to the upper bound of that box. And where did we go? Actually, maybe, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring it right here, right there. So it came almost to the upper bound there. And now we are just surging to the upside. Any wonder? At least in Canada, they have completely locked us down. You're not even allowed to shop for anything that is non-essential if you go to Walmart. It is just food and pharmaceutical stuff, or the pharmacy area. Nothing else is accessible. You are forced to order online or pick up. So knowing that, Amazon, you're going to be getting a lot of business from Canadians right now, especially from Quebecers. So seeing this, boom, really nice trade off of that. 32.80, saw this as a level before as potential. You can see it was potential resistance over here and here. Next stop is up here at 33.25 on this downward trend line. After that, actually, let's see if we have, no, we broke that right away, but it's cool to see right there. I'm going to get rid of this. All right, we don't need that anymore. It broke that. And we are a little extended, might come back down, tests over here again, 32.25, and then surge higher. But right now, looking for this, my target is all the way up at 4,400 for Amazon. In the bigger long-term picture, definitely like this. And right now, it's a bit overextended on the buying side on the shorter term time frame. All right, let me pull this down here. That's bad. What's bad, ASIF? Hi, Financial Freedom. So let's look at ACY for ASIF over here. Let's see. Wow, nice. Is this halted? Or is it looks like it's halted at the moment. That's a beautiful trade. Likely very, very low float. Let's check out the float. ACY stock, Wall Street Journal. Yep, 1.1 million. Oh, you know what? If you don't have a strong mental health, yes, definitely ASIF. But I actually see it as an opportunity to work on other things, grow, and take some introspective time. So I see it as a positive. The one hard thing is having the kids home 24/7. Not gonna lie. It's nice to have a little bit of a break besides work time, being a mom time, some personal time to get workouts in and stuff like that. That's something that's nice. So looks like this is definitely halted. Let's check this over here. ACY. All right. Is it halted? Halted. There we go. Yeah, it is halted. Oh, wow. I'm glad to hear that it works on Forex as well. That's really exciting, Mark. I didn't even know that. Very happy to hear that. All right, so ACY to the moon right now. No idea why. Let's go over here. Let's see. Halt pending last. That was 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. Debt to manufacturer drug. What is this? Reports third quarter 2020 quarter loss. That was November. So nothing. We had a halt at 18, 1164, 15, 2138, 2566, 3121, and 3804. So nothing else. Let's go to Nasdaq Halts. If you guys are curious, you can just go to Nasdaq Halts and it will show you the current halts, current trading halts, and it will tell you the reason why. So let's go. I don't know if you're in that ASIF. If you're stuck in it, that can be a pain, right? M. So let's click on the M. Let's look at the legend. Trading halt codes. I have to be conscientious because I am going on Ticker Talker today, guys. M. Corporate action. Uh-oh. What is the corporate action? No, wait. Volatility trading pause. Just the M. Regular M. So maybe because it was so volatile and it had so many halts today that they are, we can also type in the ticker. And it should give us those halts just for the ticker. Maybe if I do it this way, go back here. I wonder if I can do it now. I love sortable charts, like Excel spreadsheets that I could sort. So I want to see all the times that ACY is there. So last one was at 11:04. And just a volatility halt. It had a it looks like a 10-minute halt there, and now it doesn't have a resumption time. So yeah, that's the power of low float. Oh, Beatrice. So what does halted mean? Good question. When you have something like ACY that has very low float, right? This has 110 million in the float. Then it can increase the price very, very quickly when there are a lot of people that are interested in buying it. So when we look at ACY, how many shares have been traded today? 34 million, right? You see that over here? So 34 times the float has exchanged hands today. So when there's that many people interested in buying, it creates an increase in price. If that price increases more than 10% too quickly, then they do a volatility halt. A lot of times it will be a 10-minute halt, 10-minute halt, 10-minute halt. This, let's go to a 5-minute chart, went from 10:15 at 6:43 to 11:04. We know that it was 11:04 from the halt time. So 10:15 to 11:04, in 50 minutes, it went up, I don't know, what's the percent? 1,300%. So they will halt it in hopes of stopping this erratic price action. Now, low float momentum traders really like this sort of price action. It's parabolic, right? Oh my goodness, all these shorts, the people that potentially shorted it down here at 8.55, ouch, they now owe $30 a share. Hopefully they did not short 1,000 shares at $8 because now they owe 30,000. So that can create buying demand from shorts, also momentum traders to the upside. Now look, here's the volume, it drops off. Okay, no more buying, right? Also halted, overextended. We might see that this opens up at $22 because people just want to get out of it. And it can be frustrating if it's not moving to the upside. And it just shows that the trade halt right now is, let me make this bigger. Again, the trade halt was right here. It was due to resume at 11:04. Oh, you see that? And it was a volatility halt, an M code. So right now it has not resumed yet. Everybody that's in it is sitting there waiting and watching. What is the level 2 saying? 31.54 and 40.18 right now for the bid and the ask. All right, let's look at BSX for Mark. And then we'll check out Facebook MTETs. And then I'm going to have to run because I'm supposed to be over there actually right now. All right, so a little bit of a trade to the upside on the daily chart over here, right? It's still holding. Oops, I did the wrong one. Sorry about that, guys. Over here on the daily chart, right here, it's still riding that 20, so it was resistance, resistance. Oh, now it's support. Hey, we hit the 50 as resistance, and we've been riding this as support, support, support. Maybe a test up here of 35.23. Would want to see that break to the upside for confirmation that it's going to move up. That 50 has really acted as resistance in the past, so that would be my target potentially as a long mark. Okay, and Facebook. All right, so Facebook, MTETs, you were stuck in Facebook and didn't keep your trading plan. I have 26.70.50 put expiring Friday. Cost is 1.73 and it's currently at 75 cents. Should I hold overnight now that I've broken my trading plan? Well, let's look at this. Potentially, if I was in this, what are we going to see? All right. Well, you had a trading plan. I'm not sure when you entered MTETs, but I see this 20 as acting as resistance. That's up here. I see the 50 acting as resistance right here. Came up, tested it, took out all these shorts right here. Is it going to close below 273.23 today? I would potentially check to see what happens at the end of the day. Maybe they intentionally took it up only to cause those people to buy, meaning that they were selling their shares. Also, is it going to close below the 21 EMA here at 274.23? Yes, you're dealing with time expiration, and you'd have to watch it to see how much this has now had bigger volume right here. It's not really able to hold above this candlestick with a high of 275.20 and a low of 273.87. So I would watch that and see potentially. I mean, obviously I cannot tell you what to do. Potentially 272.63 might be an area. It looks like a left shoulder of a Head and Shoulders. And you said it's a 267 put. So I'm not sure when you entered. However, watching till the end of the day is going to give you that most information. Right now, it's in an upward trend, fighting the downward trend on the daily chart, right? The daily chart was giving us downward price action, a bit of a flag here. Yes, we took out all of those shorts. It hit almost the 50 simple moving average and it's pulled back a little bit. Are we closing above 276 or are we closing below 273? That's where I would be, depending on how, hey self, on your risk management from here. I'm not sure where you entered. I unfortunately can't. But that would be what I'm looking at. Where do we end up on the day? 273 or above 276? Surging above 276, I would likely go 273 and we close below. It would be more of a hope strategy. However, then we're hitting the resistance up above. What's the volume like at the end of the day? These stocks are crazy. It could be completely irrational. Aw, thanks, Mark. Yeah, if you like the live stream, please hit that like button. I'm going to have to run, guys, because I need to jump on over to Ticker Talker. So you can join me on the Ticker Talker live stream if you'd like and bring up any questions over there, too. I just have that obligation, so I need to get ready. All right, so have an amazing day. Carpe Profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. And I will see you all tomorrow at 12:15. Yoga at 7:30-ish, depending on my kiddos, if you want to join me then as well. Have an amazing day.